candy is right there.
This isn't your fault as much as it isn't Myung-ho's fault. I almost forgot to congratulate you. Happy birthday, Ms. Shin. Today is your birthday, correct? I know this may not be the best time, but I think you should know. I paid a visit to the stationery store Myung-ho goes for Seowon's candy, and I spotted this. Apparently Myung-ho picked up Seowon's usual candy and a birthday card. The owner said he took a long time trying to decide which to get. I wondered why he'd get a birthday card of all things. But now I understand.
Thank you. I always thought Myung-ho hated me. I wasn't trying to take his mother's place, but I assumed that's what he thought. How could I be so stupid? I should have known better, knowing how badly he'd been hurt. Detective, what happens to Seowon's mother now?
Okay.
This goes...
This is going to be towards the
Late.
end. Because this is like after.
Silence is a heavy burden for a 5th grader, but Myung-ho refused to give in. So I investigated everyone I could. Residents, passers-by, local businesses, everyone. There's a little indent in the wall behind the flower beds. You can see the playground from there, but not the other way around, at least for the children playing there. That's where you were hiding, wasn't it? To watch over them?
Oh, this is the teacher, I think. When I went to the playground, I would hear other mothers gossip. Oh no, this is gossip about me and the children.
This is still
Myung-ho
Shin.
would have heard it too. Yeah, it is Shin, or Hye-jung. I understand why people would get the wrong idea. Seowon calls me mommy. So it didn't hurt if Myung-ho hated me. I could only imagine how he felt whenever his sister called me that. A few weeks ago, Myung-ho told me to stay away from him. I just wandered around for what seemed like forever and found that spot. Myung-ho. I know he must hate the fact that I exist, but I may not be his mother, but still, I promised Won-young that I would take care of them both. That's the mother. The real mother. Now that looks what happened. I only looked away for a second. I only took a second to rest because I'd been standing on my toes the whole time.
So this links up to the red thing about not being at the...
Yes, yeah. Where's the one that's like, where was...
Her location.
Okay.
Oh, but we need to find more reasons.
We have a million reasons to suspect Seowon's mother.
Confirmation she's alive.
Yeah, so
Alright, it's time to do it.
Alright, so we need...
confirmation she's alive is the father returning.
Well, no. This
we have
is
to do this
reasons
one
to
first.
suspect.
Yeah.
Everything is a reason to suspect her. She's crazy.
Yeah.
We want the English teacher.
Okay.
She was with us. My wife. We chose to go separate ways. We struggled. No. I'm abandoning my wife. No, it's. I'm trying to read too.
It's going to be later in the conversation. It's not going to be about...
It's further down his conversation.
Like thinking that her kid was still alive. Heard she reported Seowon missing. Might be one of them.
It's also the.
If you scroll back up, I think.
Oh yeah.
No.
There's also the grandmother as well.
Okay, there's one. Don't ask the brother for information.
Why is that related? Hang on, why is that related?
Okay. Does he have anything that we want?
We were all together?
Maybe
I
the
think
thing
the
about
game
lying?
I think the game expected us to answer this like way
Earlier, when we had
Okay.
less stuff.
What?
Why is that related?
Yeah, I've been really liking this game until now, but this part doesn't make sense.
Okay, what's the other...
Maybe try the stationery store for the last one, because...
Yeah, I guess that would kind of make sense.
Is that about Miyonko's mother? He used to
you're
come with
not
his
the
mother all
first
the
to-
time?
Yeah, okay. Alright, I don't like that at all, but alright.
I'm trying to figure out what...
Yeah, I'm not sure what any of that
links?
actually connected to. Maybe you're supposed to still think that...
I don't know. Do you really suspect him, Detective? Even if he were in financial trouble, I don't think he would stoop that low. Instead, he'd... Detective, I'm not trying to defend Gangseok. I was telling you what I saw. There was a woman skulking around the playground, always hanging back. I thought she was suspicious because I kept running into her when I went around looking for Seowon. She was in her 30s or early 40s, a little on the tall side, maybe around 10 centimeters taller than me. She was always looking at the playground from afar. Always behind the wall, behind the flower bed. You wouldn't see her unless you were really looking. But she could probably keep an eye on the kids at the playground if she really craned her neck. I saw her there, standing on her toes trying to look over the wall. By the way, Detective, what was the name of that girl Gangseok confessed to taking?
Okay, so this is her
Mother?
seeing...
What? Wait, hang on, what's going on?
Ah,
This was my conversation with Seowon's mother, right?
Probably.
I don't understand. She acts as if she knows the man who turned himself in, and asks about her kidnapped daughter as if she's a stranger. It's frightening. Was she having a dissociative episode?
Ma'am, do you remember the things that made you stand on your toes?
What does that have to do with anything?
In my case, I only really stood on my toes for one reason.
Question mark.
Affection. To keep my eyes on something or someone that I really cared about. Ma'am, you were on the force for nearly 30 years. This is the only case you left unsolved. Remember how you closed that file and placed it on the cabinet? Were you standing on your toes?
okay. So this is Min-young seeing the caregiver.
Yes.
Alright, so some of these are pretty straightforward. Confirmation that she is alive.
The
Him
teacher
saying
that
he returned her.
yeah. I dropped her off
She's with her family.
up at the top.
Is
She
Seowon
says
alright?
she says she had a great time at Auntie's house, and that she said she missed me. When she said she missed me, she was brought straight back home. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I knew you were out there searching, but I was too caught up in the moment. I didn't ask any questions. All I knew was that my daughter was gone for 3 days, but now she was back. And I know this sounds strange, but all I could say was thank you over and over again. I could bow 100 times over and it wouldn't be enough. Seowon's back, completely unharmed. And that's good enough for me. Detective, Seowon is... Well, she's been hurt in the past, and I can only blame myself for adding yet another wound to her young heart. Tell me, did that man surrender to the police?
Alright, so...
So this is the conversation on the 4th?
4th.
5th?
Okay, so
Third.
this is...
Third, so that's got to move up.
Yeah.
We might also be missing a chunk
She
of...
returned on the 6th. She was reported missing on the 3rd. She returned on the 6th. He said she was gone for 3 days.
Okay, this is not...
That's not the...
Yeah, Seowon's father here.
Kindergarten teacher's testimony. This is,
Mommy's the saddest person in the world.
She never says that when the father's around. This is probably, the caregiver.
It's either the caregiver or it's the brother.
Alright, well, we can get this one. We know where she was. She was in the condo hallway.
Wait,
Or no, or maybe she
No,
was...
oh, was she behind the... She was behind the fence. Right? No.
Yeah, she was in the little, like, niche.
Oh, we know she wasn't with them. She just ducked into the hallway. So go,
That's what I just clicked, and it didn't like that, so...
No. She was out at the, behind the fence, but then ducked into the hallway. So she was still behind the fence. I think she says it in her conversation. Yeah, stayed away.
Scroll down.
Yeah, keep going down.
Scroll back up.
I was standing on my toes the whole time. Look down. Oh, I found that spot. Scroll up.
No, I think it's going to be the one where she was talking about...
Somebody was talking about some person looking through behind the wall of the flower bed.
Yeah.
Really?
This is a playground one.
We know you weren't at the playground. I understand you didn't want to cause Myung-ho any more guilt, but you should have known better. How did you know? I told him he didn't need to say anything. He knows he doesn't have to tell you. It wasn't his fault Seowon is missing. It wasn't your fault, Myung-ho. I should have been watching you, even if you didn't want me close by. That's what I told him. I made sure he knew that I was the one who lost Seowon, not him.
Okay.
We've connected her whole testimony.
Yes. She
So we
is
have
done.
one thing we're missing over there.
Alright, how did the grandmother instruct for the kidnapping?
That's phrased really weirdly, and I'm not sure what it's actually asking. It was me, I made him do it?
Down? I told him Min-young must have down. Pleaded with him to get the girl back to the parents. Also, the part about Myung-ho in the grandmother's thing, she doesn't know who that kid is. We gotta take that out of her column.
Okay. I don't think we want to do that yet. Alright, what now? This one?
No, up.
Ah.
This one is not the grandmother.
This might be the father. This might be one of the missing.
A death
This is
in the
probably
family.
the father.
Yeah, this is probably
This is
the
the father.
Yup.
There we go.
Okay, and then that completely connects.
All right, what's the blue one over there now?
We need a
Name, playground, school. It's right there.
When did Ms. Song Minyong set out to find Seowon?
It must have been when she got the notice saying Seowon was due to start elementary school. It completely pushed her over the edge. We got the notice from City Hall last December. I checked most of Minyong's mail before she does, Detective. We have no idea what might set her off.
Okay, so this is the English teacher.
But this notice about Seowon starting school, my heart nearly stopped. I had no idea that they'd never reported her death. There it was on the document, Seowon's name printed clear. I could only imagine how it would make Minyong feel. No, I'm sorry, Detective. I'm not the victim here. I don't deserve to wallow in pity like this. I can only apologize. At the time, I balked. I was frozen, and Minyong saw me and read the notice. She looked so happy. She smiled so brightly. I hadn't seen her so delighted in, well, it must have been years. The pre-entrance day was at the end of December, and Minyong insisted that we had to go out and get Seowon's uniform fitted. She was fussing about getting all her shots and picking up school supplies, and wondering why Seowon was taking so long to come home. That's when it started, I think. She went around all the local playgrounds looking for Seowon.
That
Oh, this is the grandmother. Oh,
No.
She must be living with the grandmother.
Yeah.
They divorced. She went to the grandmother. Send that up. No? Oh, that went to the top. Oh, there must be more in between?
it's probably yeah.
Something
Or
we've
it's
got in
somebody
another.
So let's open this. This is the final piece of text. And then now we'll have to put it all together.
But you're not being contrite. You're lying to me. Who was around when Seowon was taken? What was she wearing, and which direction did you take her? You couldn't answer any of these questions. Mr. Kim Gang-suk. This confession that you're the kidnapper. It could take away Miss Song Min-young's chance to repent and seek forgiveness for herself. We can't wait for her to recover before setting things right. You know she'll be racked by guilt. Could you live with that on your shoulders? Your ex-mother-in-law is in the next room. She's told us everything. Consider how she might feel, having just reported her own daughter to protect you. You've been financially supporting your ex-wife's therapy all these years under the pretext of child support. This won't be much different. Just take a step back and support her from afar. She has a long battle ahead of her, being treated in custody. Detective, where did it all go wrong? Did I mess up from the beginning? Seowon's name. I never should have given her that name. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Great work, ma'am. Now you remember everything. Do you understand why Seowon's case was never solved after all this time?
... Thank you for telling me that she came home safely, that I didn't doom a little girl to her death. Thank you, truly.
I remember how surprised I was when I first saw this case. Everyone involved was lying, for one reason or another. Whether it was to protect a loved one, or to keep a promise to someone important.
And what about you, Your Honor? Are you keeping a secret for someone just like them?
Actually, yes. For your sake.
Use your last
Uh-oh.
wheel.
Oh, we still have to rearrange some,
The cold case team doesn't usually take on cases like Seowon's. The police get more than 20,000 missing children reports every year. The cold case team just doesn't have the capacity. One quiet disappearance in a case of violent, unsolved cases. No one would have spared a case a second thought. But I couldn't tear my eyes away, not when I saw that name.
What?
Her name was Kim Seowon. That's Seo for rhinoceros and Won for origin. Just like me, we're the same age too.
Wait. You can't mean.
Ma'am, look at my badge. It's me, Choi Seowon, the missing girl you found. It's me, Choi Seowon. Please don't cry, ma'am.
Are you really her? Are you really Seowon? I'm so sorry. I failed you. I failed you completely.
Don't say that, ma'am. I'll always be grateful to you.
I don't deserve your gratitude. I never found you.
That's only technically true. You remember what Kim Seowon's grandmother said, right? Here, I even have a copy of her testimony. Senior Inspector Jeong Gyeong's visit was the reason I was sent back home.
But I was only following protocol. Just doing my job.
Ma'am, I'm an adult now, and I know what work is like. No one followed that protocol back in the day, and they still don't. But you were different. You carried out your duties to the letter, even though you could have slacked off and been perfectly covered by paperwork from City Hall. That's the reason I made it back home. After all these years, I tracked down all the people involved in the case, one by one. I spoke with Kim Seowon's family, my father, my brother, and my dear mother, Hye-jong. Everyone asked me to pass on their thanks to you. This isn't my first time visiting you, you know?
Miss, I turned a blind eye to the suffering of so many people in my career. You might thank me, but I still...
Alright then, let's do this. I'll set aside time for you later. Some time to look back and blame yourself and feel guilty over everything. But right now, we're racing against the clock. It took longer than I expected to piece your memories back together.
This isn't our first conversation, is it? Then you know that my mind is being constantly bleached. What could possibly be more important?
That's exactly the reason I need your help before those memories disappear again. Remember Song Min-young, the woman who took me away and reported her daughter missing?
She was sentenced to 1 year of treatment in institutional custody, wasn't she?
Yes, the sentence ended ages ago, but she's still in custody.
But how?
Once you're institutionalized, you can't be discharged without special approval. And Song Minyoung hasn't been granted a single psychiatrist's evaluation. Don't you think she needs our help?
Tell me, miss. Does that mean you've forgiven Song Minyoung?
This isn't about forgiveness, ma'am. It's abundantly clear, even from a purely bureaucratic perspective, that we need to do something. Seowon's case is still marked as open, and no case should remain unsolved.
All right, so I guess let's see if it kind of puts us back in, or because we only needed, I think, one more clue to get that last key.
But we... Oh, do you think there's a different ending if we have two
Yeah,
keys?
because remember, we needed 2 keys
Yeah.
to unlock that last thing, and there's one more that we can...
I think that blue thing is going to send us to the ending. We must have not had we must have some names. Look, there's still some gaps.
We've got we've got gaps in
There. You know this boy. Hang on, do you happen to see this boy when you went to the playground?
That's gonna be
It's a different
under that's gonna be under Kim.
Yeah.
Does it? No.
No.
When you went to the... Who went to the playgrounds to find Seowon?
The mother? The mother.
Oh,
It's the
Song?
mother.
Okay.
Let's finish it up. We've got 2 keys, but let's finish it up.
Okay, so we've got a gap here.
Truth
Seowon
is she's dead. It could be the grandmother. This could be
Oh,
grandmother.
that's
Yeah, that's probably the grandmother. Oh, where is she? There she is. Yeah.
it's nice that you can get the ending without and then
There's a gap, one more gap down at the
Yeah, down here.
turning yourself in. Oh, to put him up to the top. Put that to the top.
yeah.
There we are.
Okay, is that everything?
I think so.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yes. We did it.
All right.
So let's see what changes. You keeping a secret? Yes. For your sake.
Use a key to open the lock. Yes.
Adam.
A secret I've been keeping for your sake. It's been 12 years now. 12 years since the case. And since I retired from the missing persons team. 12 long years.
What?
I was busy for the first 5 years. A lawyer friend asked me to take on a paralegal job. It was hard work getting used to a new position at that age. But I suppose that would only be an excuse. The truth is, I thought I'd resolved things well enough, a decent end for everyone involved.
Wait. What do you mean?
I'd put the case out of my mind for so long, but you were still chained helplessly to the lie I told. Each painful day of your life stretched out into years. I'm so sorry I'm late, Miss Song Min Yong.
I don't understand. Are you trying to deceive me?
Your ex-husband couldn't make it today.
But I'm Jian Gyang.
Because he's at the rally outside of the Human Rights Commission.
I'm the one who retired from the force. I'm the one who is racked with guilt.
You lived out your sentence years ago,
The one who tried to die.
Miss Song Min Yong. Okay, I did not see that one coming.
Okay.
So are there two potential endings then?
I'll be honest, I kind of called that with the other ending, and then it didn't go that direction. So...
Miss Song Min Yong. Each time we revisited these memories, you became someone else. At times, you became Seowon searching for her mother. Today, you became a detective despairing at her failure to find the little girl.
I'm Song Minyoung?
We've been having this conversation again and again for months now. Just like you said, those conversations you remembered were real. The only difference is that I was the one who heard those exchanges, not you. The memories we unearthed today are a mix of your personal experiences and your memories of everything I told you. And you pieced together those fragments, determining who said what and where. But you haven't quite found out who was doing the listening. It's time to put the final puzzle piece in its place. Complete the mirror that will show you who you really are. Min Yong, let's get you out of this place. Let me get you to a doctor, somewhere you can get proper treatment. I can help you. Miss Song Min Yong.
But if you're really me, if you're really Jian Gyang, why? Why go so far when you're not even on the force anymore?
That's the same question I once asked Seowon. Let me give you the same answer she gave me. Seowon's case is still marked as open, and no case should remain unsolved.
So they were both true. Both endings were true.
Maybe?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of starting to lose the plot a little bit.
No, they're both true, because grown-up Seowon, who's now a detective, came and talked to the old detective to help her figure things out, and convinced her to go talk to Min Yong and help her get out of the facility and get proper treatment. They're both real.
Maybe? That might... There's obviously a very big, unreliable narrator, I guess, towards the end, but... Regardless, that was every man for himself. It's a philosophy that seems to be increasingly prevalent in our world. We live in an age where the law of the jungle is seen as a given, fueling rage, hate across society. I'd like to express my heartfelt support for those who resist, those who withstand mockery and condescension, digging their heels in what is right. I made this game with faith that we show kindness to others for no benefit of our own. We bring about change in the world of stagnation and alter the course of people's lives. It's my hope that this game brings encouragement for the jellyfish of the world, still drifting in a sea of loneliness.
Okay. I thought it said we needed 2 keys to open that, though.
We did. It used both.
It did use both. Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, well, this has been No Case Has Remained Unsolved. I liked this a lot.
Yeah, it was really fun piecing it all together and seeing it unwind. I really didn't think that the dual Seowons was going to be a thing, but then you realize just how much everyone is lying about things.
Yeah, like,
And that also explains the weird date stuff that we were trying to wrap our heads around.
Yeah.
I like how they say everyone is lying, and then there's some poor City Hall employee who literally was just doing his job. And it's like, I wasn't!
I think he was the only one that was.
Lying but not realizing. Yeah, lying but not realizing that they were lying because they were just printing official records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just doing my frickin' job, man!
But that was kind of wild, seeing it turn out that actually Min Young is just really unwell, because that fucks you up as a person.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if there are no more closing thoughts, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. I know we did, so, I suppose we'll see you in, something soon enough.
To clarify to the watchers, we did play this all in one afternoon.
Yeah,
We got so into it, we did not stop.
it was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it took us, what, not
4?
not quite 4
Under
hours,
4?
like 3.5, so...
Yeah.
If
Yep.
we didn't have to read things out or like communicate ideas, it'd be a little bit more breezy, but
It was
breezy for a
enjoyable
certain
to
definition of the term.
send 4 brains at it, share the brain cell again.
So,
Always happy to solve a mystery with you guys.
Yeah.
alright, well, thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye!
Goodbye.